Hang on. Let me see if I can. Thing in itself. Like, that's a whole conspiracy in itself, you know? I was tutoring somebody, and after I got done tutoring, he goes, "Yeah, I want to tell you about the Illuminati and One World Order and all this other crap." And so I'd tutor him for an hour, and he'd be ranting and raving for 3 hours about the Illuminati and One World Order and all this craziness. And I was just like, yeah, I don't want to listen to this. I'm trying to get out of here. And he would go 3 straight hours without even, like, asking input from me, you know, conversations both ways, you know, talking back and forth, and, yeah, he would just sit there and talk for 3 straight hours without even, like, taking a breath or losing his train of thought or anything like that. And I was just like, wow, dude, you got too much time on your hands. And yeah, I even heard that, because he was going down to the CIA, or Cuba, he was messing with Cuba, and, the CIA, and he said that, there's a myth that's going around that, either the Cubans had an attack, or the CIA, took him out. And it was definitely a sniper bullet that got him, because of you look at the Qxyr2 film, and see, yeah, exactly. And, I think that, what do you call it? It's more likely, like, let's take the official story that, what's that guy? John Wilkes Booth did it. Literally, as they take him in, Jack Ruby shoots him. So this way he can't reveal, he can't be questioned. And then they clean the limo, even before, any evidence can be found. And then, mysteriously, they lose the head of, what's his face? What is it, we got another... Oh. What's that guy, what's that clown's name that shot him? Yeah, that's right. I know when I hear his name, I'm gonna be like, wow. But, yeah, whoever that is. Lee Harvey Oswald. That's who it was. That's what I'm saying, because mysteriously, Jack Ruby's already there with a gun loaded, shoots him down. And then he's just like, oh, I'm just defending the government, and they already had the cops there ready to arrest Ruby. Yep, and it's like my teacher was telling us the official story, and I'm in 10th grade, and I'm questioning, and this is the first time I've ever heard the official story, because this is the first time I've ever heard that JFK got shot. And I was like, first of all, yeah, sniper bullet hitting a car that's moving. I said I play video games where you get a perfect scenario in a video game. You don't have to worry about wind. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Wherever you shoot, and even then, it's hard to shoot at an angle at a moving target and still hit. So imagine in real life. Oh yeah, there's definitely people that can do it. But it said the spectators said they heard 3 shots within 6 seconds. So for him to shoot, rescope, you had to pull the bolt back too. Rescope, shoot, rescope, shoot. You'd have to be like a super expert marksman. I saw a show where they tried that, but because the scope is so small that like when you look through the scope, you'd actually have to find them again. And see, that seems more likely than like one guy with 3, and they. Or his family didn't know anything about him. He just went into work one day, and then he was expecting to walk out, but then they had Jack Ruby planning to knock him out, you know? Because he was probably expecting to go home that day with a nice fat paycheck, and then they had other plans. You ever seen that story, Prison Break? Well, that's kind of like how I see like the JFK incident, where it's like they have, an elitist government society thingy that I heard a story that as soon as John Wilkes, or I keep saying Lee Harvey Oswald, as soon as he walked out of the thing, they were supposed to snipe him. That was one of the stories that was floating around, that they had assassins ready to snipe him as soon as he came out of the building. And I don't know what happened to that, because he obviously didn't get shot until Jack Ruby got him. And that's another thing, Jack Ruby shoots him, yet nobody else is injured but Lee Harvey Oswald. Because a bullet at close range will, even like a .22, I would expect it to go through somebody and hit the person behind them at close range. Like, well, we just I read a poem in my. And who was it that was doing this apologizing? Um, that happened 60, 70 years ago, or something like that. What do we keep apologizing every year? Sorry, sorry, alright, next year. Sorry, sorry. Because here we got. They believe that what's it, that Wendy's, I think it was Wendy's, somebody found a finger in their food at Wendy's. So they believe that the worker cut off a finger and put it in the food. And I was like, yeah, there's no worker that hates their job that much that they're gonna cut their own finger off and put it in the food. That too. And then also, there's another one that said there was a rat inside of a Pepsi can. That somebody they opened their Pepsi can and there was a rat inside. You know, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. The rat or whatever, according to the photo, you see the top of the can with a rat inside. The rat is way bigger than the hole. And now rats can squeeze into small areas, but the rat looked way too big to be there. And the can's empty, by the way. And Pepsi says, yeah, it's a hoax, and even if it were true, the rat would have been dissolved by whatever Pepsi product that you have, because the acidicness of the, it would have been just like jellified. And I was like, how in the world can you believe a rat would get inside a soda can? Like a full-grown adult rat. I could see maybe a baby. But everything's made on an assembly line, so they move so fast that unless the rat actually chewed through the metal, at which point, you know, you could tell the can was compromised. Because they... I bet I could make a post that says, I'll put a picture of Obama holding a child, and then, because I'm sure there's millions of them out there, I'll steal that, I'll put the caption as, look what Obama does to this poor child, how sick of a man, and I bet it would get reposted like nothing. Even if I put the link to, you know, him taking care of the child or something, they wouldn't even read that. They would just share it. Oh my goodness, look at this horrible man. You know, it would be just a troll post. I love those ones that say, my mom read one on MySpace. That's how long ago it was. And it said something like, if you don't share this, Freddy Krueger's going to come into your room and kill all of you and your children and all this other craziness. If you don't share this, if you don't comment to this photo, and then it lists a name, like a name of an actual person, you know, quote, quote, like Bill